What up? It's your boy MC Shadow. You already know. Check out the playlist, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Now, this is the last of San Diego. I know I missed some neighborhoods. I'm gonna eventually come back to the neighborhoods that I missed. Obviously it takes longer gathering the information, because San Diego's far away. You know what I mean, and just getting a hold of everybody and getting it all right. You know what I mean. It's more of a mission, pues. Um, um, but this is the last of it. I'm only missing a few neighborhoods, and I'm gonna eventually get back to those. But I'm moving on to Orange County after this one, and yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist and all that good stuff. And to the homie that asked about the music reaction and everything like that, Simon, I'm still doing those. I'm still gonna be doing those. It's just that right now, since we're in the holidays at my holiday at work, we're slammed with work, man. Like, I got all kinds of holiday right now. You know what I mean? As you see, I'm here from day to night, homie. You know what I mean? Gotta hit the holiday. You know what I'm saying? So once the holidays are over, I'll be doing more of the music reactions and video reactions and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just right now we just slam with work because of the holidays. You already know, la gente, But especially with the COVID, we lose workers and we're short on workers. Está cabrón, homie. You know what I mean? So we be putting in all kinds of hours. But hey, just gotta do what we gotta do, que no? But yeah, now back to SD right here. So starting off with.
You are now watching M.O.D. Entertainment. Make sure you subscribe and check out the playlist.
I grew up hearing gunshots in the late night. Ghetto bird, police sirens as a mother cries. Just another victim of the Soundbrown genocide. Locals posted, locked and loaded, ready to take lives. And when they heard the chieflet, they would duck up out of sight. Like your car when the sundown, it was mission time. You had to stay alert, cause bullets always travel blind. We stayed posted, we stayed drinking, and we getting high. Marchando down the enemy neighborhood as we ride. Put the hood, put the clica sample, fuck their side. No regrets, but the truth is no peace of mind.
G-File.
Now here you have South San Diego, or South Bay. Now South Bay is a neighborhood that's well known about. You do hear about this neighborhood, especially because this is the neighborhood that the rapper OFI is from. He's a rapper that was with Low Profile Records. You guys should go check out his CDs, man. He gets down. He has a few like I don't know, like 2 or 3 CDs, and the vato se avienta. He's really good at rapping, and he puts it down and represents for the South Bay. You know what I mean? So he put it on the map right there for them. Now this neighborhood's not that old school. It's roughly new compared to its counterparts right there. The neighborhoods that they go at it with or whatever. But it's large though. I'll tell you that much. They may not be as old school as the rest of the neighborhoods, but they are large. You know what I mean? You do hear about them. They do put in their work. Now, that notion that supposedly that South San Diego started, or the South Bay started because the Southeast didn't, because they beef it heavily with the Southeast. You know what I mean? The Southeast neighborhoods. The whole notion that they started because they were rejected by the Southeast, like these were gang members that were rejected by the Southeast. That's why they started the South Bay. That's not true. That's just beef talk. That's like when you ask somebody from to talk about their enemies. They gonna hate on their enemies. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be right there glorifying their enemigas. You know what I mean? So that's more like hatred talk. So don't. So take that with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? I'm here to just say I'm not from neither neighborhood to be right there disrespecting anybody's neighborhood. All I could tell you is that it's large, it puts in work, and you definitely hear about them. And yeah, definitely check out OFI's music, man. The guy gets down. You know what I mean? And that's what's up with the South Bay neighborhood right here, representing and holding it down for their barrio. Now here's another one. I can't confirm if this is a neighborhood, but you have right here on 22nd. You have Bitches Ain't Shit. Now Bitches Ain't Shit was a tag banging crew. Right here, putting it down. For the Southeast, and they're also in the South Bay of San Diego. But you mostly see them more towards the Southeast. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is bitches ain't shit. I can't confirm if it's a neighborhood. That's how they write it. That's what they say, and you know what I mean. So that's who they be right there. You know what I'm saying? And holding it down for their clica. Here, right here, you have Fallbrook. Now, I got a gang of homies from Fallbrook. Now, I already accidentally did an episode of Fallbrook. Put it accidentally on the IE one. You know what I said? Hey, we all make mistakes. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. But, you know, here's a recap. Fallbrook is right here in San Diego. Large neighborhood, active neighborhood. They deep, man. You definitely hear about them. They put in their work. You can't even say you don't, man. You hear about these vatos. They definitely put on the map. I got a gang of homies from Fallbrook. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my homies from Fallbrook. You know, from Cricket to Goes, to Jasper, to Poison, to everybody from Fallbrook. You know what I mean? That I got a lot of homies from Fallbrook. You know, they're riders. You know, very well laced up. You know, nothing but respect for this neighborhood that you definitely hear about. You definitely see the numbers, the activity. You know, this should be cracking over here, homie. These fools definitely put it on the map for the Vada. You know what I mean? Go catch that one because I go more indefinite. But right here, you know, just a little something because they right here, you know, putting it down for SD, and that's what's up. You know what I mean? All right, here we have SKA. Now I had brought them up before, but homie had told me that they did become a neighborhood. Now, like I said, that's what I was told. Now, I can't confirm that, but that's what I was told because I did have briefly brought them up before. You know, said that they were just a tagging crew, because that's essentially how they started. You know, they were a crew. You know what I mean? But homie had said that they did become a neighborhood in the 2000s. But I can't confirm that, but that's what I was told. And yeah, that's apparently how they write it too now. You know what I mean? So you have SKA, which stands for Still Kicking Ass. Barrio Still Kicking Ass. 32nd Street. So they are on 32nd is where their barrio's at. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this, though. For a tagging crew, you do hear about them when they were a tagging crew, I'm saying. When they were a tagging crew, you did hear about them. And they are large. They were large for being a tank crew, and you know, going at it with barrios and other clicas around there. So you do hear about these guys. You know what I mean? So I can't confirm if they became a neighborhood, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? Because they definitely put in their work, and you do hear about them. You know what I mean? I knew of this crew even before covering the San Diego side and everything like that. Like I did hear about them. You know, I did know who they were. So you do hear about these vatos. You know what I'm saying? They definitely put it on the map. You know what I mean? Can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't confirm if they're a neighborhood, but that's how they write it, and that's what they say, and they still right there kicking some ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up with you know, SKA right there holding it down for their barrio. You know what I mean? Now here you have Acre Boys right here in National City. Old school clica already, you know what I mean? Been right here representing for their barrio for a cool minute already. You know what I'm saying? One of the neighborhoods right here in National City that you definitely hear about. One of the clicas that you definitely hear about. I can't confirm if they're their own neighborhood or if they're attached to the National City. Wasn't able to get a hold of my camarada. You know what I mean? The reason why I have it separate is because it's rare that you see a clica just right off by itself. You know what I mean? Like they just hit up the clica and don't hit up the neighborhood that it belongs to. You know what I mean? So therefore, it's like I had it separate just in case. You know what I mean? Out of respect, you know, you have the Acre Boys right here. You know what I mean? Just wanted to add a little something, you know, because normally you see the neighborhood and then the clique or just the neighborhood itself. You know what I mean? But for you to just see the clica just like hit up by itself, you know, it's like I'm assuming it has to be separate. You know what I mean? But that's just an assumption. You know what I mean? I hit up my homie, but his phone seems to be disconnected for right now. But you know, I know times are tough with work and stuff like that. But You know what I mean? But yeah, here's Acre Boys right here. And you definitely hear about them and representing, you know what I mean? But that's what's up with the Acres right there. Now you have Aztec Nation locals. It used to be a tagging crew, late 90s, early 2000s. Used to be a tag banging crew. Right here in San Diego. Now, why a lot of neighborhoods use the whole Aztec thing right here in San Diego, obviously because of the college team and the stadium. It has a heavily rooted football culture to it, like very prideful of the Chargers and their college team. The Aztecs. And I ain't gonna lie, the Aztecs for the college thing. Not only is their logo bad, I mean, the fact that it's Aztecs is some pretty badass shit. So that's why a lot of neighborhoods out here use the whole Aztec aspect to it, and use it in their names or their cliques or even homeboys that use it as their nicknames. You know what I mean? Very prideful of the Aztec and Mayan culture. You know what I mean? But Aztec. Back to Aztec Nation locals. They're right here in San Diego. I can't confirm if it's a neighborhood, but that's how they've been writing it. You know what I mean? And you definitely hear about them. You know what I mean? They got a few homies incarcerated and all of that. You know what I mean? They definitely be putting in some noise. You know what I mean? Right there for their neighborhood. You know what I mean? I met some of these vatos before. You know what I mean? And I was pretty cool with a homie Bandit. That was a pretty solid vato. You know what I mean? He's pretty cool homie. But yeah, that's what's up with the Aztec Nation right here. Locals representing for their barrio and holding it down right there. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what's up with them right there. Now here you have the Encanto Loco. Now the Encanto Locos is right here. As you can see from the view, this is where they claim their vital right here on 69th Street. So everything right here is what they claim home. All these back ends. They're large in numbers. They active. You definitely hear about this neighborhood. You know what I mean? Right here putting it down for SD. Going at it with the surrounding neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Now this neighborhood also has made the news a few times. For drug sales, arms sales, racketeering, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So this neighborhood does, put it on the map. You hear about them. You see the activity and all that. It's a neighborhood that people do know about out here. That you do hear about. Um, you know, so that's what's up with their vital right there. The Encanto Locals putting it on the map and representing right there for SD. You know what I mean? Now here's San Clemente, the Chico neighborhood. Now the reason why I added right here is because they're in the halfway from Orange County and halfway to SD. So it's like the halfway point from Orange County to SD is where you have this neighborhood. You know what I mean? So that's why I just decided to add them towards this end. You know what I mean? Because it's the middle point. It's San Clemente Chico neighborhood, definitely large, definitely active. They old school, you know what I mean? Been around since the 70s, late 60s, early 70s is when their neighborhood was established. They be right here representing and they claim all of San Clemente, you know what I mean? You know, and don't get it. Hey, they put it on the map. You know what I mean? I know it's the midway point, but they do go at it with a gang of neighbors, and you definitely do hear about these guys. People have to understand too that in San Diego, and throughout those areas, even though I speak on Hispanic neighborhoods, there's a lot of black neighborhoods as well, from Crips to Bloods. You know what I mean? So there is a lot of activity and gang related incidents that be going down. Imagine I'm only covering Hispanic gangs, and you already see from when the G-Life series started, all the Hispanic gangs, and that's leaving out the Crips and the Blood sets who equally have the same amount of gangs, if not even more. So let that sink in. You know what I mean? They should be cracking out. Maybe I'll eventually cover that. I'm not sure. But as of now, that's just to give you an idea of the gang violence that be going down in California. You know what I'm saying? Let that sink in. But here's San Clemente, definitely right here representing for the neighborhood and putting it on the map.